I get a lot of requests to review cell phone cases, and I usually accept them, and I like using them, and then of course giving my impressions of them on Amazon, writing a review. I would also like to be able to create a video review for everyone I receive. However, right now I have 6. Doesn't really make sense for me to make a video review of every single one. So what I think I'm going to start doing is what I'm going to call a phone case roundup. I'm going to gather all the phone cases together I've received recently and then give you my impressions. I think that'll be a little bit more interesting. I'll let you know what unique features there are about them and their price and whether or not I recommend them. Let's get started. Let's kick things off with the most minimalistic case here, and we'll go from minimalistic to most utilitarian in this video, and that is by a case manufacturer known as MNML. They are so minimal, in fact, that they dropped all of the vowels from their name. It is literally MNML, minimal. And taking one look at the packaging tells you that they are very serious about minimalistic design. I think just about every case manufacturer out there claims to have a sleek and simplistic and refined minimalistic design. They take this to a whole new level. The packaging is literally a blank box. And when you take the phone case out of the box, it's very minimal what you get inside there. You get the case, you get a cleaning cloth, and a little bit of instructions, and that's basically it. And taking one look at the case, they sent me a larger one for the 7 Plus and a smaller one for the iPhone 7. They designed these cases for all of the modern smartphone flagships, and they are 0.35 millimeters thin. That is the thinnest phone case I've ever seen. I know I've said this before, but this is literally about the thickness of a skin, but it does provide a little bit of extra protection than that. It is so thin, in fact, that you can actually put on other cases, some other cases on top of this, and it will still fit. And there is absolutely zero branding on the case. You will not find any logos or names or any inscription written on the cases whatsoever. And they come in several colors, including black, blue, gray, clear, and red. They feature eco-friendly materials, fingerprint-resistant textures, a raised bump in the back to protect the camera. They make the phone much easier to grip. They're so thin you can still wirelessly charge your iPhone 8 with the case still on, and they cost about $15, and I think that price point is pretty good, but I would have liked to see a screen protector included with that price. I think that would make it a lot more competitive, especially if you look at the case, it does basically nothing to protect the screen. Maybe a phone case that's for, a specific type of person that doesn't drop their phone a lot. You just want something that's going to protect the finish of your phone, especially if you have maybe a limited edition device, like a red iPhone or something special that you're not going to want to get scratched up. This will protect against scratches and normal wear and tear. This will do virtually nothing if you were to drop it, especially face down. I think there is a market for a phone case like this. Again, for that price point, I would have liked to see a screen protector included because it does still leave your screen completely exposed. Next is this trio of Torras phone cases. These are still very minimalistic, not nearly as thin as the minimal cases I just showed you. They do a little bit more to cover and protect the device, both on the front and also the buttons, and they're just a little bit thicker in general, more likely to protect the phone in the event of a drop. They have a handful of different case designs, some of them hard, some of them soft, but they're all very minimalistic, very simple in their design. I have 2 here for the iPhone 8, and these will also fit the iPhone 7, and 1 for the iPhone X. Now, unfortunately, I don't have an iPhone X on hand, but we can definitely take a look at the case and you can get an idea of the kind of coverage you should expect with it. Now, I have 2 samples from their Love series of cases, and they feature this really soft but grippy material on the outside. It's flexible. They're also going to do much more to protect your device than just a hard case will. If you're to drop it, it's definitely going to be better off than if it were completely naked. But the inside of the case is where it gets interesting. It's actually got this very soft felt-like material that's going to do a really good job of protecting the finish of your device. And then I have one for the Dawn series of cases. This is a little bit harder, still very flexible, easy to get on and off the device. It does offer a little bit more protection. There's a little bit of a bump around the perimeter of it, so it's going to keep your screen a little bit more protected. It does not have the felt inner part, but I think you'll still be fine to keep your finish nice and protected. Now they make these cases out of sustainably sourced materials, which is good to hear if that's important to you. And unlike the minimal cases, they also protect your buttons. They cover the volume and the power button and also leave the vibration switch exposed. And these retail for anywhere between $9 and $20 depending on the series and the device that you're shopping for. Personally, for me, I like the softer material ones. They're extremely grippy. Your device is not going to slip out of your hand. Even if this is wet, it's still very grippy. And despite it being so grippy, I noticed that some of those textured cases, you have a hard time getting those in and out of your pockets, especially the larger ones. I don't have that issue here. Whatever this material is does a really great job of sliding in and out of a pocket, but it's also very easy to hold in the hand. And then finally we have this orange beast right here by Ocase, and this is obviously not a minimalistic design. I mean, it is in its own regard, but it's definitely going to make it much bulkier than the other cases I've showcased so far. The leather exterior comes in many different colors and has a soft touch hard plastic inner lining for the phone. There are cutouts for buttons, charging, speakers, the logo, and the camera. And despite that, it's still relatively slim. It features a magnetic strap to keep the case closed, a credit card holder, and a larger cash pocket. It can be propped up in several different ways, and the volume buttons, despite it being completely covered, are still accessible. It's very soft in this portion. If you have your phone in there, you can actually press these buttons and you control the volume without having to open up the case. The same, unfortunately, cannot be said for the vibration. If you want to change, if you want to put the phone on silent, you will have to open it up and flip that switch manually. It comes with a microfiber cleaning cloth and a full tempered glass screen protector. They're also extremely environment focused. It's made out of vegan leather. I have no idea what that means, but it's not made out of animals. And also every phone case purchase, they donate 10 cents towards animal conservation programs around the world. And also every review that they receive, they donate $1 toward those causes. So if you're into that, that's kind of cool. Despite all those features, the case still only comes in at about $15, which in my opinion makes this the best value out of the bunch. This is only slightly more expensive than the other ones I showed you, but you get a lot more use out of this. There's a specific type of person that's going to be looking for this. This could potentially replace your wallet, and if you look at it in that way, yeah, it's bulkier, but now you no longer have to carry a wallet around, especially women. I know my wife particularly has a wallet that's bigger than this, so by going with a wallet that also holds her phone, she'd actually be cutting down on the amount of things she has to carry. So there's definitely a market for someone that wants more of a utilitarian, more of a practical case that does more than just protect the phone, which it does a phenomenal job of. Well, that'll about conclude my thoughts on these phone cases. You can find links to purchase all of them in the video description and also their associated websites if you want to learn more information, or if you have a device that is not one of these, then you can shop for those on their website as well. Overall, I'm impressed with how inexpensive some of these are. It's to a point where if your phone case cracks or is broken or otherwise compromised, it's really not a big deal to purchase another one, especially some of these are less than $10. Well, thanks so much for watching, guys. If you appreciate this video, then go ahead and give it a like and also consider subscribing so you can catch more content like this video. And if you want to see other product reviews or build videos that we've done, you see that awesome looking PC back there. We just built that recently. You can watch that build video here and also other product reviews here. And if you want to possibly get your hand on some free stuff, then check out the video description. In every one of the videos, I link to the current giveaway that's going on. So you can check that out, see what free stuff we're giving away this month. I do that every month, so feel free to enter that and make sure you're subscribed so you have as many chances to win as possible. Thanks again for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.